It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are still with your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. Now, whilst it's the start of a brand new week and maybe a busy Monday morning for so many of you out there, let's take 5 minutes, okay? Just 5 minutes to sit back, relax, take a deep breath, yes, sigh of relaxation and get reflective in another round of moments, memories and more. Now, today our theme is all about home. Home, guys. Join in and answer these questions with us. Guys, Zoe, Graham, I know that we all know that home is certainly without a doubt where the heart is, right? We know that. What does home mean to you, Zoe?
For the longest time, home was where mom and dad lived.
Yeah.
But now that I'm a grown-up, I need to make home where I live. And that was quite a bit of a transition, but it helped putting down roots.
Yes.
So now home is Cape Town for me. Home is where I live. Home is my home.
Yeah. And it's not
you
just
bought a new home
you just
as well,
bought
which is
one, right?
impressive, yeah.
But it's not just that. It's not just a physical address.
Yeah.
I think that it's got so much more to it, Graham.
Completely. I mean, I grew up in Joburg. I was born in Cape Town, grew up in Joburg.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you mention it like this. I kept coming down to Cape Town to replenish, to revive myself, to do these amazing movies or ads, like international things. And I was like, this is my happy place.
Yeah.
Why am I not living here?
Yes.
And I moved down, and within 2 weeks I was on Expresso, and my whole life just shifted dramatically. This is home. But if I have to be honest right now, all of my effort goes into the quality of life of my children.
Yeah.
So right now, my home is all about this investment in them and creating a space where they can play and be safe.
And we create these spaces, right, where we feel safe when we step into them, where we feel like we are rooted in a specific or set, sort of set space. Aesthetically and physically and emotionally and otherwise, these spaces must make us feel something. What is the ideal feeling, an emotion that you kind of want to get out of your one?
Well, my home, I feel best when it's neat and everything's in its place. But you know what it is? I have 2 animals, I have 2 fur kids, and they really add such a beautiful energy to the home. So it really, I mean, if that is the question, I think it's having my animals.
They're almost like accessories.
They are.
Little black cats.
But what is your dream home like then? Is it a home where space isn't an issue so that they can run around and do whatever they want to do?
My dream home has to have beautiful shutters. I've been obsessed with those window shutters.
Quite specific, yeah.
My dream home has shutters, and I think, I want a family, and I want my home to be the home where the kids can come and get together, because that wasn't always possible at my house growing up.
Yeah.
But I had friends whose home became like the base for all the friends. So I want a house that's kid-friendly and entertaining, and it's easy to get together and just have a good time in the house.
Yeah, I love that.
I love it. Maybe it's because I was watching Stranger Things recently or something, but I remember my childhood being very much like that, these adventures, like the Brown Biker Gang, like that kind of vibe. And we used to get up to the most amazing adventures at our house. There was something about like having a big garden, and I know how hard my mom had to work to get to that point.
Yeah.
And like you said, when you don't always have that, when you do eventually get that, so that's what I want for my kids. I want us, the next phase, to be that beautiful home with a massive garden that all the other kids can come and they can play hide and seek, they can play Dungeons and Dragons, they can do whatever they want, but that can be the vibe there. So again, it's very much about creating a safe and happy place for my kids.
That people feel, well, the people who live in that home feel connected to. Zoe, when you're traveling, which you do lots of, what is, besides your home, your one other favorite place in the world? What is your favorite place in the world?
My favorite place in the world, I think, is... I have many. So right now I can say it's where I created a lot of my childhood memories, which was with family in Ceres. My favorite place is where my mom and dad are currently living in Amanzimtoti in Durban. But also every adventure that I go onto, I always say that's my favorite holiday. The last holiday is always my favorite holiday.
Yes.
So it's a bit difficult to choose just one favorite place.
And I can imagine it must be difficult when you've done yacht weeks over here, over there, every everywhere, been to everywhere.
It's funny
I
that you
mean.
say that because we get a very skewed perspective of life. So I've traveled the world,
Yeah.
but it's to these international press junkets where you go to New York, you stay on Central Avenue in a 5-star hotel. So when people experience New York, I doubt they've experienced it like that. So I always
way,
leave
yeah.
these places thinking, I want to go there. That's where a dream holiday. And I'm aware that I've done LA like that, I've done London like that, I've done New York. I am blessed in that sense.
Yeah.
I got to say, I love the West Coast. Like West Coast for me is my happy place. Absolutely love it. I'm going to one day be wealthy enough to have a holiday home. But if for right now I could go back anywhere and take my family, it would be New York over Christmas time.
Yes, a white Christmas.
Mind-blowing, yeah.
Okay, so certainly not rushing to Heathrow International Airport fast and
Not just
furiously
yet.
for Graham. I think that's still a bit of a sore one, but really, really interesting hearing all of these different perspectives come from you guys, and I think that you guys have been able to create those home spaces for yourselves. But I think it's now time for us to turn over to you. It's your turn to answer us. Besides home, what is your most favorite place in the world and why? Share your answers with us on the Expresso Facebook and Twitter pages. Use that hashtag #MoreThanARusk, and the best entry will win $2,000, 2,000 Rand in cash, plus the OUMA RUSKS hamper. I mean, it's a favorite thing around here. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. So while you guys carry on about all the wonderful places that you guys have been to, I'm just going to run to the...
I've got wanderlust. You can get out of here.
Yeah. Carry on.
The funny thing is, I was just thinking about it now, and all I'm dreaming of...
There's more in every dip with OUMA.